You know, at the Whole Life Show, you can really get enlightened, like literally. You got to talk to Brent about this. Hi, Brent. How you doing?
Very good.
Now, I understand you actually got a school on enlightenment, more scientifically, you use photon therapy or something like that. Enlighten me about this school.
Okay, I'll do that. Well, basically, what Meridian Energy Group does is two things: we treat clients on a one-to-one basis, and then we also have an academy where we train. But let me just start where we're talking about biophoton and what it is a little bit.
Yes, enlighten me.
Biophoton light therapy really started to come into existence in the 70s by Mr. Fritz, and what that was basically...
Was he a Canadian or American?
No, he was... Fritz Pop was European from Netherlands regions, and what basically the theory is every cell in the body emits light. Roughly around 100,000 emits per second, and what it does is it's either in an incoherent light or a strong light, and based on that we know whether the body's healthy or it is in a weak state.
Okay.
And what we do is we have a specific instruments that we use called the Sherin instrument that can go in and measure that coherency of light, and then we do another very special thing with it is we can diagnose and then treat.
With the same machine?
With the same, and we don't call it a machine, we call it an instrument.
Instrument.
Because really it's unique in the way that it can diagnose and it can treat.
Speaking of unique, your school that you mentioned, that's just started here in Ontario?
We started it here in Canada, in Ontario specific, because the demand is huge. It was very popular in Europe, throughout Germany, the Netherlands, and Norway, Sweden. But here there was very limited in it, and we have very limited practitioners, but great demand, huge demand.
Why is there a demand for this?
Through word of mouth, each person that's coming and getting treated, it's by multiples. They're telling other people because of the results they're getting.
Okay,
the results are phenomenal.
Speaking of results, let's get more into the details of this.
Okay, I'd like to introduce you to one of our therapists, which is Eric.
Okay. And Eric, so how are you related? What do you do?
Well, actually I have an osteopathic manual practice, but I use this modality to access certain parts of the system that I normally can't access with the techniques I was using before. The system is very good at addressing the energetic causes of disease, that is, those precursors that can enable a disease process to get started, to get moving in your body.
Great, okay. I think you got a customer there, Eric, at the show, so I'll let you go. We're going to continue here. Let's tell me more about the actual machine here.
So this is the Sherin.
This is the, what's it called?
The Sherin.
Sherin. Now, what does that mean? Why Sherin?
That's the name the founder picked for this machine.
Okay.
I didn't pick it.
Okay.
But how this works is we have a system of conduction, so we're testing the electrical system in your body. I give this to one hand, right? And typically, then I start testing you.
Okay.
The testing is with this electrical diagnostic tool, so it's like electroacupuncture, right? And I basically look for certain acupuncture points that correspond to certain physical things.
Okay. And that registers somewhere on the...
So that registers here.
You got a graph too, I noticed.
Yeah, that registers right there on the graph. And you're looking for different sorts of signs that indicate whether your system is working too much, too little, not enough at all,
okay,
or with distortion in the system.
So when you're done, then you actually treat?
Testing.
Yeah.
To treat, I give you these two glass rods, one for each hand.
And the other one's busy. Yeah.
Yep. And you hold them. And then I have picked out during the testing phase certain remedies that now go through your system in a digitized form, so light, in a wavelength that goes into your system, is the input, is the output, and helps give you the frequencies that are necessary to help correct the things we noticed in the testing phase.
Okay. Now when you treat with the same machine, that's done like... How long is that process?
That process takes anywhere from 1 minute to 15 minutes, depending on the various protocols, and they treat all sorts of different systems in the body. So it basically uses diagnosis by the acupuncture system and treatment using the vibrational principles of homeopathy.
And how long does it take to do the, if I can use the word diagnosis?
Well, the testing phase
Yes.
can take anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minutes. If a person's very unbalanced, it's very quick because the imbalances show up quickly. For a healthier person or a more difficult case, you might have to test for 5 or 10 minutes to find exactly which area you have to work with and to work on.
And then again, you're saying it's only a few minutes to treat it with the light photon or biophoton modalities.
Right, and then the whole session itself might take anywhere from about 45 minutes to an hour.
I see.
And that means I've done 2 or 3 different protocols, tested, done the protocol, and then retested.
So what are people here saying at the show, Eric, regarding this when you're doing the samples here for people?
Well, one of the things that's interesting is...
Or the practitioners that are coming here.
Well, one of the most interesting things is a lot of these people are interested in what this therapy can do for them. And so I often start testing them, and I'll say, oh, you know, I notice that right here, this relates to insulin secretion, you have a major blockage. And you'll go, oh, well, I'm type 2 diabetic. That's very funny how you notice that. So it is very good at kind of picking up those imbalances in the system.
Excellent. How much does a machine like this cost? Do you lease it out or sell it?
You have to buy it, and you buy it as part of your training.
I see.
And
how long is the training?
The training is within a year usually, and it's 3 or 4 modules, and the modules are about a week each.
Excellent. Okay. Your website is?
It's right over here, and it's meridianenergiesgroup.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.